just got my hair done 2 days ago and she picked grease in my shit. I just got my hair done 2 days ago and she picked grease in my shit. I just got my hair done 2 days ago and she picked grease in my shit. I just got my hair done 2 days ago and she picked grease in my shit.
I apologize about that, but say, man, that grease hit different. You don't know what grease getting in a grown man eye can do to you. Gervonta Davis would have never had a draw in that fight if that grease didn't get in his eye. You don't know what it is. If you don't got braids, or you don't got a greasy fade, you don't know what this grease right here, him right here, hit different. It was the grease. But hey, in this video, we go talk about Gervonta Davis's plans falling apart, but he still find ways to duck the top competition. Yeah, let's talk about it. But before we do, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and let's cook on it. So, man, after Saturday night that surprised everybody, I ain't gonna lie, I ain't think that Lamont Roach really had a chance. I'm gonna keep it a buck. But he went in there, did his thing. You know, it was a good fight. Javante Davis, he can fight, you know, but he ain't what y'all hyped him up to be. Y'all hyped him up to be better than Floyd, better than Sugar Ray. Y'all was acting like this man was the second coming of Jesus Christ. And y'all still acting like he the second coming of Jesus Christ. Y'all searching for excuse after excuse. It was the grease. Y'all blaming the hairdresser. Y'all talking about, well, it wasn't grease. He had edge control in his hair and the braid slapped his eyeball and all of that, man. At the end of the day, the took a knee. And when you take a knee, the rules are the rules. And they actually jumped up on the canvas and gave him a towel to wipe his face. But you know, man, now y'all beauticians and y'all grease experts and all type of shit, man. I ain't never seen nothing like it in my whole entire life. But that's Gervonta Davis's meat mushers. You can't expect nothing less from y'all, right? But Gervonta Davis, let's talk about Gervonta Davis's plans getting ruined, because if y'all watch the press conference, they asked Gervonta Davis who he was going to fight next. He said, or my bad, who he was going to call out, because he didn't call out nobody, obviously, because, you know, the situation happened and they started talking about a rematch in the middle of the ring, right? So they asked him, who had you planned to call out once you beat Lamont Roach? And he didn't say, but what he said, he says, that person was in my locker room. The person I was going to call out was in my locker room. Well, Jake Paul was in his locker room, right? We all know that Gervonta Davis been talking about fighting Jake Paul, right? They also said Esau Pitbull Cruz is in his locker room as a backup if he didn't get the Jake Paul fight. Now, Blue Blood Sports TV, he said that he got word from somebody that's involved in the situation that confirmed that it was definitely Jake Paul, right? And he still has Esau Pitbull Cruz as a backup. And I've been telling y'all, this nigga been ducking wreck his whole career. He don't want to fight nobody. Jake Paul and Pitbull Cruz? That's exactly why he kept minimizing Shakur Stevenson and Keyshawn Davis, trying to make y'all believe they not worthy, they haven't done nothing to deserve a fight, they need to do more. Mr. I got grease in my eye, so I take a knee in the middle of the fight. This is what he been telling everybody. Oh yeah, since we on the grease thing, I mean, haven't we seen fighters fight with blood in their eyes, right? Fight with big ass cuts with their eyes closed. But we gonna change the rules for Gervonta Davis. Not only that, Gervonta Davis tried to get on X, right? He throwing temper tantrums on X, right? Trying to convince people that it's okay for him to take a timeout in the middle of a fight, right? If he got grease in his eye. Because if he got grease in his eye, that means the boxing rules change. And only if you get grease in your eye, you're allowed to call timeout and take a knee in the middle of a fight. Not if you get punched in the eye, not if you get blood in your eye, only if you got grease in your eye. See, they got to change the rules if it's grease in your eye. See, y'all got to read the fine print of the boxing rules with the boxing commission, right? They got, if you have grease in your eye, that you're allowed to take a knee. That's in the rule book. Gervonta Davis was on Twitter trying to convince everybody that it's okay. Hey, man, but y'all dudes is in my comments arguing about, man, he had grease in his eye. He was never hit with a punch. When I clearly put up the video showing that he got hit with a right cross first, and then he got hit dead in one of his eyes with a jab. He stepped back and he took a knee. Regardless if he was hurt by the punch or not, he still took a knee. That's still a knockdown. But the thing is they didn't even score the knockdown, and he complaining, talking about that's the reason they took the fight away from him and scored it a draw. This is what Javante Davis is telling y'all. This is what his fans is agreeing with when the judges didn't even score the knockdown. The referee didn't even do his job. Y'all will believe anything. I'm telling y'all, if Gervonta Davis make a public service announcement, tell all his fans to lay in the middle of a train track and let the train run them over and they'll survive. He promised you'll survive. I guarantee you niggas will go and lay down on the train tracks and let a train run over you because Gervonta Davis said it. It's like this man got a battery in y'all back. Y'all won't admit, okay, yeah, Tank Davis is full of shit. He lost the fight. He lost that fight. You call it a draw, whatever. But I didn't expect Lamont Roach to get the decision anyway. I'm going to keep it a buck. So I ain't tripping. I think it's kind of a plus for Lamont Roach that he even got a draw. Because I thought they were just going to flat out rob it. But it's looking like that from the reports. Now Javante Davis has reached out to Vasyl Lomachenko's team to still try to get that fight. See, this is the problem with Tank. He either wants to fight YouTube boxers, fighters that he know that he can beat easily, like a Esau Pitbull Cruz. He gonna outbox the shit out of Esau Cruz. Or he wants a handicapped Vasyl Lomachenko, an old handicapped Lomachenko. Because at this point, we've heard that Lomachenko been suffering from bad back injury. We know that Lomachenko been off. We know that Lomachenko is no longer in his prime. And now Gervonta Davis want to bend that corner again and see if he can get a Lomachenko fight. Man, this dude is pathetic. He's bad for the sport of boxing. And I understand Lomachenko do have a belt, so I think that Lomachenko does need to, relinquish that belt. But Lomachenko is not going to fight you. Stop trying to pick off easy opponents, because at this point in time, Lomachenko poses really no threat. Lomachenko, to me, didn't really look good against George Kambosos, even though he got the stoppage. He got hit way too much, and he looked like a shell of himself. But y'all know what it is, man. Don't forget, don't ever get grease in your eyeballs. And remember the rules of boxing. If a fighter gets grease in their eyes, they are allowed to take a knee. Let me know how y'all feel about this. Drop a comment in the comment section. Make sure y'all hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and y'all already know how I do. There you go, talking that boxing again, and I'm gone.